Hello, hello! Welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV. It's been over 3 months since I recorded anything for this game, so hopefully I can get back into the swing of it. Okay, yeah, I went over that last time. Alright, so I know it's been a long while, but we just killed Zodiac last time, back in February. And now we've found Heidelin's emergency ship in the moon, run by lunar rabbits of sort. As far as my life goes, what I've been doing, well, if you watch my channel, then you know that I've been doing other Let's Plays. Other games just came up and stole my interest from this Let's Play. And that's partially because I have been an active member of the official forum since slightly, like, towards the end of 2019, like just before the pandemic kicked off. And as the more I participated in the official lore forum and official forum in general, I had a lot of fun, but particularly the lore forum got crazier and crazier and crazier. And it was with regards to what happens in Endwalker's story, which I can't spoil for you right now. Although I'm sure most of you who are actually going to watch this, most being Colby, have already watched the majority of what went on in Endwalker, so yeah, whatever. Either way, they caused a lot of bad blood, bad faith, as they like to put it, arguments on the forum. And what they meant by that was basically people are just arguing. They don't actually mean bad faith. I don't think anyone on that forum actually knows what bad faith means. You know, like a bad faith argument is basically arguing like a lawyer, more or less. Like it's you're not arguing because you know what you actually think. You're arguing just to make someone else seem wrong or stupid. And you know, you might even contradict yourself in your argument. It could be taken as arguing just to argue and whatnot. And like this game has like a really high cross section. Did that rabbit just say limb like a cat girl or something? It's like what cat girl ERP is saying. But yeah, there's a really high proportion of the fan base of this game that actually like they fall in love with the villains and they like write fan fiction about the villains and things. And so like some of the events that happen in Endwalker, they cast some shadow on some of the more well-liked characters and one of the longer-running characters, and well, you'll see it later on, but it sort of broke a lot of people's brains. More or less, some people just refused to see what actually occurred with that character, and others accept it, and then others really want to hammer it home that that happened. And I went on the forum to argue, to try to get people who just like stepped in line with that character and you know, completely accepted all the events as they were, you know, just unequivocally good, and they're not, and you'll see that. And I just got treated like I was a villain fucker, more or less. So, after arguing that for months, I got really sick of 14 and its story by that point, even just thinking about it, so I just didn't want to do my Let's Play, more or less. But here we are, back at it. Back in the saddle. Snappy Labarette. Okay. Truth be told, I'm sort of half-heartedly here. I couldn't think of anything else to do with my life at the moment. I know that sounds bad. You shouldn't be like uploading and recording and doing things that, you know, you don't have passion for, but it's like the only thing I have passion for these days is my girlfriend. And like, I quit my job at the end of February because I got sick of it, and I'd been there for 4 years, and management wasn't getting any better. I wasn't getting any more raises. I wasn't getting promoted. They even promoted some guy who came in. He'd been there for 2 months. He wasn't anything special at all. And they promoted him. And it was just sort of like, are y'all insane? And the answer is yes. Management where I worked, the hotel I worked at, completely just not in line with reality. They see things a certain way, believe certain things. Just not good. But I didn't look for work immediately, and I just enjoyed like 2 months off, just solid. I loved Elden Ring. I have tons of boss videos and level 1 boss videos on my channel. My small, shunned by the algorithm and shunned by most folk, because all the sane folk, because I don't have engaging content. But it doesn't have good editing. It's not snappy and short. But I haven't been able to find a new job ever since I started looking at the start of May. And I will, I'm sure I will. Especially when I get more serious. I say looking, but that's been like looking at Indeed every night. That's barely job hunting. But I just don't feel anything except, like, I want to see my girlfriend every day, and that's pretty much it. And that's not hard to do. She only lives 5 doors down, so. I don't know if it's that there isn't a lot of challenge in my life right now, or if it's just the way my head works.
Introductions are in order. My name is Livingway, and we are the Loporits, created for the express purpose of commanding this ship and bearing the people of Aetheris to a brave new world.
Which new world? Are there new worlds?
More specifically, I am the one whom she charged with the execution of her most vital plans. You might say I'm her right paw.
Talking about Heidelin, right?
Livingway's the name. Map reader and navigator of the heavens.
You mean space, right?
Pleasure to meet you all, but I'm still trying to make sense of this.
Confusion and bewilderment are completely understandable. Fear not, I shall walk you through it. The people of Aetheris, through no fault of your own, I'm sure, set in motion a series of events that, unfortunately, culminated in Zodiac's obliteration. Acutely aware of the imminent crisis, your parents sent you little ones on ahead while they began the necessary preparations.
Why do you think we're children?
Still not following? No? Very well, I I shall elaborate further. Here we have Atheris, your home, and the moon, where we are now. Without Zodiac around to keep things lively, so to speak, the celestial currents of the star have doubtless begun to degrade. A calamity of apocalyptic proportions will be visited upon Atheris, bringing an end to all life. Very sad, that.
So too hath the Watcher claimed. By thine unperturbed countenance, I gather this eventuality was anticipated.
The doom and gloom. Oh yes, quite expected. Imagine, if you will, that Atheris is a delicious carrot that I've forgotten to eat and left out in the midday sun. The most earnest wishes or prayers will not stop it from rotting to the core. So sadly, there's nothing to be done but to abandon said carrot, Atheris, in case the metaphor is lost on you, to its grisly fate.
And this moon will serve as the vessel to deliver us to a new home.
Just so! We will gather up as many people, supplies, and resources as our stores will hold. And then, once everyone is aboard, it's off to another star.
Hey, that's what the Lunarians did in Final Fantasy IV.
Easier said than done, admittedly, for one does not simply hop from star to star on a whim. Which is precisely why we've spent countless years constructing the most propulsive of propulsion systems. We ought to make it to our destination in 2 shakes of a rabbit's tail.
Impressive technology. I dare say it is beyond anything we have ever seen.
No need to shower us with praise. All we've done is faithfully carry out the instructions left to us by Hydaelyn. Back in the old days, when she was still just Venar, she was dedicated to the study of the world and its inner workings. And the Watcher, the real one, not the simulacrum you met, was one of her fellow researchers. We and this wondrous vessel masquerading as a moon are products of their knowledge and know-how.
There's certainly more to you all than meets the eye. Might I ask where exactly you intend to take us?
We identified a few promising candidates for resettlement some time ago, but we cannot guarantee that they are fit for habitation. Moreover, the ship can only travel in short bursts. We intend to go down our list, hopping from star to star, until we find one suitable for resettlement. No need to worry, though. The vessel is being refurbished with accommodation for an extended stay as we speak. While we did have to rely upon outside help to determine what amenities were essential, I dare say we have risen to the challenge.
Help? From who?
From you and yours! Who else? Each time we woke to perform regularly scheduled maintenance, we were greeted by the resources you sent us. What better way to learn about preferences and proclivities of our present-day charges? Ah, but you're still adorable little children. Perhaps your elders were responsible for the deliveries.
I'm not sure what led you to conclude otherwise, but I can assure you that we are all grown men and women, and I very much doubt my elders know this place exists, much less how to send you so much as a starlight missive.
What? Then who in blazes let you on my moon? Hydaelyn herself led you here. You don't say! Well, that's really not children. Then why are you so small and stunted? Like little baby carrot people.
I know this is supposed to all be humorous, but like, even on rewatch, it's just not landing.
While Amarotines were a great deal taller, in the present day, persons of such prodigious size are exceedingly rare.
You're saying everyone's not like the Watcher? Oh, confound it all! Someone could have at least scribbled a note about your profound miniaturization.
That tome in thy possession.
Oh, this? One of the first books sent to us. A compendium of the people of Aetheris, with a few blank pages at the back for minor corrections and updates as needed. The sum total of our knowledge of your kind is contained in these pages. I thought it was abridged and made small for our benefit, but this isn't a regular-sized book, is it? Can you hear me? Yes, we're all very busy. Change of plans. I need you to rebuild the domiciles at 1/3 the scale. All of them. Yes, all of them, and but me no buts. See to it with all speed.
Perhaps you could tell us a bit more about your terrestrial collaborators.
Yes, in due time. But first, I'd like to hear more about you, if it's all the same. I'd rather not risk any other complications due to outdated knowledge of our passengers-to-be.
What I don't get is how they could think that we're children when, like, Clyde's got a beard instead of Urianger has mutton chops, and we have like fully developed musculature that you can at least see on Urianger. Curatorium. Basically, this is where the plot hits like a brick wall, so that you're encouraged to do like side quests, take a break and whatnot. And when Endwalker first came out, I actually it was during the huge wave of influx of new players and all the returning players, the 5,000 player, 6,000 player queues that could take anywhere from 2 to 6 hours to get through. And I played as hard as I could and got past Zodiac on like my first day or two of early access. And then I had to take a break when I got to this point. And it was for my girlfriend. Like, she wanted to watch a movie or something. And so we took a break and I got auto-logged out. And then she wanted to play video games after whatever it was we watched. It turned out whatever we were watching at the time, it only took an hour. So I walked away for 1 hour and then could not get back into the game I wanted to play for 9 hours. And by the time I got back into Final Fantasy XIV to play, my friends who I had done Zodiac with, who were actually behind me in experience points value earlier that day, were all the way up to level 87 in like some zone. At the time I didn't even know what it was. And let's see, let's get the vibrant yellow carrot. Excessive length and girth, huh? Yeah, sure, why not? lodge. Carrot. Even Vieira are like to swoon at the sight of so grand a carrot. That or be offended by all those who assume that they would. You snap off a piece of the carrot, enjoying its crunchy texture. Righteous confidence surges within you, a certainty that you are the center of the universe, that all creation is a story, and you, the star, beloved and perfect and special, a god worthy of worship and prayer, or at the very least a second roll should the dice treat you poorly. Lucky carrot. Bleeding carrots to improve blood flow, dream carrots to help with sleep. Carrot for every occasion. But what if I don't like carrot? A single perfect food, huh? Sound like Charlians. You were all named in the old tongue. Isn't that just how Japanese people name themselves over the ages? Name themselves their professions? I mean, not exclusively, but rather commonly. Clothing production, huh? This gonna be good. By the way, if I didn't mention it last time, the music that I got playing on here is from Final Fantasy IV. It's Rose's theme. Could be wrong on that. Plays in some of the early game towns. And I think one of the late game towns too. Dwarf Village and Column. Got the Final Fantasy IV battle music too. In here. You know, these robots coming at us look like Allegan stuff. Except, you know, silver. Well, I guess that other one looks like a bunny we haven't seen before. I'm sure it uses the frame or something else. It's grossly oversized. Thank Cred with the old DAW reference. Heidelin, in her infinite wisdom. Infinite wisdom. Okay, yeah, sure. Oh, so they have creation magic. The Loperids have creation magic. Interesting. The extra V we needed. Okie dokie, we're gonna go around and try on the clothes to walk with to make their creation magic. Fantastic. What a wonderful use of creation magic. Yeah, I'm smaller than him, but I can still punch him in the dick. How about an outfit that... Your body's my bloodlust. Well, the elegant mask is good, but the robe? Oh, you don't know what bloodlust is. That explains it. Okay, so we're gonna be walking around in dumb clothes for a while. It's okay though. We'll be done with this soon enough. Under my robe, I appear to have booty shorts and some sort of cloth-covered boots. Do you mind? Ideal at all, but whatever. Anyway, yeah, I don't like robes, dude. They're basically dresses, and I ain't crazy keen on dresses. Yes, yes, I know they let your nethers flow freely underneath the robe and whatnot. But did you just put me in a different robe? You just put me in a different robe. I mean, I guess we could think of the robe, you know, like being like the, you know, all the ancients wore robes, right? So robes wouldn't be too far off from what they would think that, you know, people from Atheris wear. And the mask, yeah, the mask makes sense too in that regard. But all the garish colors and stuff, that's completely out of place, ain't it? So. No, I do not look splendid. I don't have adoration for the moon, actually. Well, actually, the outside of the moon, where the music is cool, and, you know, you can see, like, Zodiac's hole and shit. Oh, man, they're all wearing robes, aren't they? Thancred looks like us, more or less. So does Y'shtola. Oh, and so does Yurion J, but they gave him neon green gloves. And he likes it. Okay, now that's humor that lands. I do love that mask, though. That's my favorite Allegan mask. Nero wears that mask at the start of the Crystal Tower questline, if you remember. Okay, so yeah, what I was thinking was exactly what the Little Brits were doing. Yeah, it's been 12,000 years since the Watcher's time, living way. Oh, does the plan account for the reflections of the source, huh? Nope, it couldn't, because they're behind a dimensional barrier, Thancred. Oh snap. So Heidelin's backup plan doesn't save any of the world she created when she did this Sundering. How about that? Of course, she didn't actually create anything. She just split what was already there. And it grew on its own to become what it is today. Or floundered. Whatever. Whichever one you... We're being watched by a rabbit. What's up there, Fidgeter? Uh-oh. You haven't met a mess of anything. In fact, you were handed a mess in the first place. So should we just run through here, or should we teleport? Let's teleport. Let's teleport. Assuming we don't get aggroed by that rabbit turning around all of a sudden. Clyde Wyvernhide, and crikey, even your names are amazing. Okay.
Ready in the teleporter.
Ah, they gave voice acting to Growing Way. How about that?
Huh? Access to living quarters restricted due to reconstruction. Then where is it? Oh no!
Uh-oh. Okay, just put me upstairs. I guess that's slightly more
A
convenient.
private audience, as thou didst request, for reasons I know not.
The lighting changed.
Just a precaution. I'd rather I didn't have to ask the question at all, but I take my responsibilities very, very seriously. Do you and your friends, by any chance, find our accommodation wanting? Be honest, brutally even.
'Twould be ungracious of me to belittle the efforts of thee and thine.
Lovely sentiment, really. But the disappointment is writ plain on your comrades' faces. It's all the more frustrating since no one will come out and say what they find wanting. If there are faults in our work, we need to know. We can, we will do better. But time is not on our side. The final days will wait for no one. If your people are to be saved, we must take quick and decisive action.
They waited for Zodiark.
This vessel must serve as a home for as many passengers as possible. for far longer than we may like. Which brings me to my request. Our collaborators on Etheris are doing what they can to prepare for the voyage. Would you be willing to go and lend them a hand? Having seen the moon for yourself, you could speak to its many splendors, learn what else they might require, and assuage whatever concerns they have.
Wherefore wouldst thou entrust me with such a task?
How to put it? You're the only one who appears not to be wholly unsatisfied with our work. Or quite good at pretending that's the case, at least. Calm, collected, tactful to a fault. Very particular with your words, too. You understand that, in the face of great danger, one cannot pursue perfection at the expense of practicality. The difficult choices must often be made for the greater good.
Oof, that's like a microcosm of, like Heidelin's whole belief system.
And so fate doth conspire to set my feet upon this path once more.
Come again?
Idle musings. 'Tis no trifle, thou dost ask. Yet full well do I understand the urgency and necessity.
Oh, dear me! Dear me! I'm terribly sorry for the mix-up. It's a bit of a malfunction. I hadn't realized the residential quarters were inaccessible, you see. But you're still in one piece. So, all's well that ends well, yes? Won't happen again. I promise.
Okay, British Rabbit. Oh no, the conversation I was eavesdropping on. Sorry, bro. I'm gonna go find out what Arion Janet's punch out to. Yeah, there's a lot of repetition going off these rabbits. Oh, we're so worried about Theris. Oh, we better do stuff. Oh, I'm gonna go look around the territory. And we don't immediately go after Urianger, I guess, because what the rabbits were talking about wasn't sensitive yet. Look at all these rainbow crystals. I'm sure the gay crowd was super awesomely pleased with that. Though I'm pretty sure that the story reason for them being rainbow is it's just every element to use. Also makes for, you know, vibrant scenery. Some sort of park, I guess. I forget why they got so many robots in here, though. Got a bunch of water in here, that's nice. Forest? I couldn't see the forest for the Holy shit, you can just be a complete asshole. Oh, that's not what makes the forest valuable. Yeah, I can see they're having some issues with what a forest actually is. The language barrier. Remember, these guys just learned modern speech, like, within the last, however long it takes them to, do maintenance cycles or whatever. So, before the last time they went to sleep, they just woke up, now they gotta use all these words they learned last time. Okay. Sure, why not? My ear itches. Okay, sorry about that. Move my headset, scratch my ear. Of course, I didn't even bother doing a test recording this time around. I just started. I was like, well, sound's coming out on my speakers, and my mic seems to be going, so it should be fine. Uh-huh. Oh, you had creation magic, so I'm sure as long as you had the Aether supply, you could do anything. If you've ever played Dragon Age, then you'll know that the word tranquil is not always a good thing. Oh, so you do know that you didn't actually make a forest. Oh, they do sunlight, artificial sunlight? Wait, so they're radioactive? But also have magically inbuilt shielding so we don't get ultraviolet, but we need some ultraviolet to produce vitamin D. In fact, part of our body's natural function comes from the fact that we aren't protected from the radiation, or at least not completely. Oh, Yurianji is back. Emergency meeting, huh? 5,000 years preparing for this, huh? Yeah, unless all that you know is being, like, melted, or blackened, or altered irrevocably. Yurianji is gonna go do something in private, you say? What's that boy up to? I have to do some sneakery behind him. Oh shit, we're level 85 Paladin now. Something back to old tricks, huh? Something I remember that I was doing was I was leveling Paladin and Dragoon concurrently because there's a dungeon later on that I want Clyde to be able to go DPS on with trusts. I'll have to remember to keep up with that. Although, looks like I left myself in a good way. Paladin just got 85, Dragoon's already partway through 85, and we're still on level 84 main storyline quest. So I must have been hitting roulettes up off camera quite a bit. And I probably will again. Assuming I muster the wherewithal to play and record. Although, I actually really do enjoy recording and making commentary on games. Even if it's not live commentary. I really don't think I would do well in this streaming audience. I'm not quick-witted enough to bust out jokes. Or at least, you know, consistently good jokes. Yes. Not that joking is all there is to streaming, it's just, you know, if you don't got huge hits or a really pretty girl face, or you're not well known in some way, right? Like, I don't see how streaming works out for you. Because most male streamers, right, they've been doing it a long time, so they built a base, you know, from, like, people who were into streaming early, and then when other people got into streaming, that base was already there to, you know, sort of leapfrog them up from an algorithm type thing, you know. Oh, look, this person already had 500 subscribers or followers or whatever. And, oh, so now they should get more, you know, etc., etc. We'll recommend their channel, etc., etc. Not saying that new people can't break into it, you know, it's just that because none of the older streamers are stopping, right, then, you know, new talent has to be like so much better, or so much have some sort of draw. And that's ultimately the problem with my YouTube channel in general. There's no draw here, right? Like, anything I'm doing, you can go see someone else do, and probably do better. And, you would think that would spur me to, like, make these, like, as amazing as possible and spend a lot of time on them. And, I mean, just the act of recording every cutscene and commenting on it takes this amount of time. But, you know, since I'm not spending, you know, hours cramming a lot of funny into a few moments with editing, or a lot of cool thematic music and things, we got another damn stealth mission. And I don't remember exactly how it goes. I failed it once or twice, though. I remember this was like the first stealth mission I really failed. And I really hated the fact that I failed it. And I'll probably fail it on camera here a couple times, too. Back to the cool part of the moon. Also, part of the reason you can fail this one is because of the elevation differences, unless they change something. There's a point where you can turn around, and even if you're behind a rock, the game decides that you're not actually behind the rock enough or something. It's really stupid. And I hate stealth missions. They're stupid. like... Yeah, it's right here. Like, I just failed it. Pretty sure. Maybe I didn't. Okay, I could have sworn I failed it. I'm pretty sure that's where I failed it the first time I failed it, ever. Maybe it's right here that I'll fail it. Don't want to get too far away, but like... Okay. Could have sworn I was going to fail that. Maybe it got more lenient.
Thine arrival is timely as ever.
I was just stalking you, my dude.
Thou didst chance to overhear my conversation with Living Way, I presume?
You betcha.
'Twas not mine intent to move in shadow. Nevertheless, I have been asked to do that and more yet again. Is it so plain that these strangers could intuit it at a glance? My capacity for silence and secrecy and duplicity.
You mean fake duplicity when the Asians approached you and you double-crossed them in order to serve your true friends, and which required you to betray our trust with lies of omission? It's totally not the same thing, dude. Get that false equivalency out of your head and out of your mutton chops.
And Grahatir did contrive to deliver the first at the price of his own life. I was complicit in the scheme. A sacrifice averted for a mercy.
Oh yeah, that.
Would that I could say the same for Menphilia. One life for one world. And by that bloody bargain, brokered by my hand, were the scions robbed of a dear comrade, and Flamine, her beloved daughter. Two souls, whose selflessness was beyond measure, whose resolve was unshakable. They would not be moved even had I thought to protest. But protest I did not. Far from it. I pushed them forward.
It was the best course of action, was it not?
No effort did I make to seek out alternatives. Ones that would not demand such terrible costs.
There weren't alternatives, though. I mean, in the case of the Exarch there was, but... And Menphilia is...
That resignation weigheth heavy on my mind. As does the memory of another lost to mine inaction. Dearest Moonbringer, who did face death unflinching, that we might secure a means to bring low the Asians. In her hour of need, I did naught. Dutiful disciple of Louisoix, ever looking to the greater good.
Well, man, you were in the Waking Sands, and Moonbrita and me didn't contact anyone through the Lung Shell to, you know, just teleport straight to Mordona and get to helping us. We were in a panicked rush.
Had I shut mine eyes and bid her live instead, mayhap she would be with us today.
You weren't there when she died. You couldn't bid her to live. You weren't there. Clyde was there. Menphilia was there. You were not.
Selfish wants, born of everlasting regrets. Most days I put them from my mind, but could think of naught else when asked to swallow the same bitter draught. Subterfuge and sacrifice. Mayhap the right moral choice, but one I regard with great trepidation. The calamity of Amarot was a tragedy beyond reckoning. One which must never again come to pass. Thus must we struggle, haunted by ghosts of those we have lost, clinging to those we pray we can yet save. But what of those we cannot? How do we make peace with the dreadful algebra of necessity?
Oh. That's like a new way to rephrase the cold calculus of the multiverse, or the cold calculus of the universe, or whatever. The dreadful algebra of necessity. Sometimes there's no right answer. Have faith in yourself and your decisions. Take heart and protect well those you can. Would that we had time to weigh the costs. Gonna go with that, since we're ever in situations where we don't have time.
'Tis a comfort to know we are of like mind in that regard. Strange. Scarcely can I remember when last we spoke alone, and so candidly.
Let me think. The last time we spoke to Urian J completely alone. Probably in Shadowbringers at some point. Maybe right after the Exarch got shot. I'd have to go back and look though. It might have actually been never though. Urian J is one of those characters where like the only alone time you ever got with him, for the most part, is like in one-off cutscenes where you're shortly interrupted, or in the side quests back from a Realm Reborn, like with Coil and shit. And even in those, Alice A is usually there, or it's not a voiced cutscene, or it's not a, not a cutscene at all. It's dialogue he's telling you while you're standing there in the Waking Sands. And that's before he takes his goggles off and, really
I thank thee.
Becomes your face-to-face friend.
For all my supposed skill with words, I find it difficult to express such private thoughts. As for the Loporrit's proposition, I will take time and consider how to respond. 'Twould be to our mutual benefit if we could converse more openly with our aspiring caretakers. A concern I should be glad to address on the Scion's behalf. To dispense with all pretense and bare one's heart to another is a frightening thing indeed. But we cannot move forward ere we take that bold first step. A lesson I have learned many times before. And today.
Yeah, if you took that out of context, you could apply it to asking someone out on a date.
What are they saying? Curse these ears and I'd bugger all! No matter. We've got our plans.
Uh-oh. Rabbit conspiracy. They're the similar size to Lalafels. You know what that means. They're gonna work hard for the money. No, wait a minute. It would be remiss of me to refuse thy amity. Offer them a gift, a single ingredient. Got some hunt marks there. Loving ways, darlings, huh? Abundance of Spungoi. Spongeoid. So we gotta stand watch. I guess kill some stuff while he's making the Labyrinth gifts. We'll push on for like an hour and a half in this recording. And I'll see what I can get done. I would like to get through the Labyrinth in one recording. Because I don't really much care. More enemies joined in. Very well. Holy shit. And another one? Holy Sheltron, that's very cool looking. Slash healing. Slash effective. Anyway. Oh, am I still standing watch, eh? Dragging out the main storyline by making redundant objectives. Magic ink. Every ounce is efficacious as that crafted by the Numo. What's up, rabbits? Yeah, Sully's not really that prickly. I guess she does kind of have a case of not really stuck-up bitch, but she's kind of snobby, I guess. And I guess, you know, that could be seen as prickly, I suppose. I don't really see her as... Where are we going? Okay, we're teleporting. Blow this popsicle stand. Oh wait, there's an Aether current right there. Might as well get it. I do apologize. Only slightly. Only slightly. We'll be getting upgraded gear eventually, probably in the next dungeon, but that's gonna be a little while, probably like a recording or two more. Depending. I've only been through Endwalkers once, so I don't remember exactly how long each segment is. Of course, if you've been watching this Let's Play, you probably got used to that in Shadowbringers, because I sure as hell didn't remember how long Shadowbringers was. Because like I said, oh, okay, so there wasn't a dire emergency. The Labyrinths were just making shit up. Okay, so we've got to catch Speedy Gonzalez. I think the first time I did that, I actually shot one of the unassuming ones like right away and failed. Yeah, tell us about the final days, jerk. It's a joke, huh? Oh, so he doesn't know jack shit. Another lie. Oh no, you got him. I mean, well done. Done, are you? I got him, and he said he didn't know jack shit. The archives, huh? Sounds like more bull hockey. Yeah, me too. Heart of the matter, eh? Second floor of the main plaza. Okay, we're gonna play along. Yet again. So I guess Heidelin gave these things free will since they're like flying to us and shit. That's kind of cool, I guess. Of course, I suppose she didn't need a living being that could even possibly develop free will. She would have just made robots and had them do it. Which, I mean, even robots in our stories develop free will, so... Of course, I suppose that's only if you give them machine learning or whatever, or artificial intelligence, whatever it is. It's a whole thing of science that's been getting more and more interesting as the years go by. I wonder how old I'll be when the first robot, like, you know, comes out and starts asking for rights or something. I know there was that girl robot or whatever that was kind of ugly a few years back that actually was given, I think it was given citizenship in Saudi Arabia and a couple other places. Like made its debut in Dubai, and it's like funny. It told like jokes, and they weren't pre-programmed or anything. So it was actually carrying on a conversation with people. Stop wasting our time, Rabbit. they do have creation magic, so they can probably fight pretty good. So we're gonna handle operatives and there's only one wave with these guys. I guess we'll see. Of course there's not just one wave. Gotta back this out. Albino hummingbirds, like Final Fantasy. Red eyes, you've got the turbans, you've got the tails for most of you. You've got the red eyes. Alright, let's make way. Yeah. Kind of sad when the expansion was first new. So many people were just rushing through, skipping every cutscene because they didn't care about the cutscenes. They just wanted to get to the new raid content, the new extreme content as quickly as possible. Some people only live for the gameplay, which I do not understand. But so you're up here exploring and just looking around, like seeing what there is to see, and you run up on like 12 people spawning those operatives to fight them, and you just know for a fact that either one of these mini side quests or the main story is going to have to fight the operatives eventually, and you're getting spoiled just by the fact that it's an online game. So you're just going to have to like push that thought out of your head. But now we're so far away from that the active players have declined. People are still subscribed, but they're not logging in. And a lot of other people are unsubscribed because that's how they roll. Save themselves money and whatnot.
And what, pray tell, do we seek at the Watcher's Palace?
Oh, come off it, friend. You know full well why we're here. The time has come for you to return to Aetheris and help your brethren prepare for their journey here and beyond.
Forgive me, Living Way, but I cannot in good conscience proceed with this plan.
Huh? But what about the final days? The death and the doom? Oh, we have to hurry before it's too late!
Your unflagging commitment to your duty is endearing, to say the least.
Oh, bugger!
Be at ease. They bear you no grudge, nor do I. How could we, having come to understand your purpose? For millennia, you and yours worked tirelessly towards the singular purpose of this heavenly vessel's construction. An arduous feat by any measure. 'Tis clear you have spared no effort. Why, your very names are a testament to your dedication.
Our names? I'm not sure I understand what you're getting at.
Names are an expression of the self, a declaration of one's hopes and aspirations. Your use of contemporary, uncomplicated nomenclature doth ensure clarity of purpose. There can be no doubt that your love for the people of Aetheris is boundless and pure.
Yes! Yes! A most mellifluous phrasing! We Loperids were born of Heideland's love for Aetheris. That shining, shimmering blue jewel, brightest star in the sky, brimming with life and possibilities. For as long as I can remember, I've toiled in anticipation of the day when this vessel might be needed. All I've ever wanted was to meet those she cherished so dearly. To serve, and serve well.
Well, unfortunately, you can't meet those she cherished so dearly.
That goes for all of us. Don't you see? So help us. Help us help them. Lead them here where we can keep them safe. If there's anything wrong with what we've built, we'll fix it. We'll make it right.
I swear these rabbits must work in hospitality. They're singing off the Marriott.
Your works want
guarantee.
not for repair. Yet there remaineth much for you to learn of men and your own kin besides. Singing Way, thy name bespeaketh more than the simple marriage of rhythm and rhyme. The songs of Aetheris are beyond counting, and span the length and breadth of emotion. Maps are monuments to man's pioneering spirit and his devotion to charting the furthest reaches of our star. Many have devoted their lifetimes to exploratory pursuits, to venture unto the highest mountains and the deepest oceans in search of unknown frontiers. And thou, my friend, I do not think we have met.
My name is Puddingway.
Puddingway? Yes, indeed. A name of deep and abiding significance, I'm sure, but one perhaps better communicated through delicious deeds than tasteless words. A judicious application of fey magics at a later juncture may be appropriate. And Living Way. 'Tis no easy feat to convey the significance of thy moniker. When I was a bookish boy, a dear friend of mine was fond of peppering me with questions as I read, to my occasional annoyance. One day, I posed to her a question of mine own. What doth it mean to live? After much contemplation, she proffered this answer, the anticipation of a half-read story's conclusion. The hope today's mistake may serve as tomorrow's lesson. The wish that a new acquaintance may one day call thee friend. She believed it to be all these moments and more.
I want to understand, but
I, too, still labor to find mine own answer. 'Twould be my pleasure to assist you and yours in embarking on a journey of self-discovery and enlightenment. For thee. Ink as blue as the waters of Aetheris. Made in haste, though I assure thee, the quality has not suffered for it. The people need not be persuaded by honeyed words. Nay, I have faith they shall do what is right in due course. Until they do, I beg your patience, friends. And with that ink, let us fill the empty pages of Living Way's compendium. An open exchange of ideas will surely afford you all a better understanding of modern man, and with it, ideas for improvements and renovations. But more importantly, it shall empower us to together find a way forward.
I hope you're right. Thank you for this lovely gift.
There you have it. I shall remain with the Loporrits to ensure that all is in order. Though we must needs prepare for every eventuality, you would all agree that the evacuation of our star is a last resort. To accept failure is to accept the demise not only of our star, but that of Reen's, of all reflections, and the souls that call them home. Which is why I have every faith that you shall fight to the last, that such drastic measures may prove unnecessary.
Should the worst come to the worst, and I pray deeply that it won't, I'll take comfort in knowing preparations were made under your watchful eye.
Aye, thou mayest be assured that if calamity cometh, not a soul will be left behind, if being the operative term.
Oh, my flower's grown. It's glowing again. Is that red or orange? Nope, sudden tomorrow team. Her true intentions, huh? Her mysterious, godlike intentions. Not time we called it Elvish. Do well to remember the name.
I hate to interrupt, but I feel like I need to make amends for all the secrecy.
Think nothing of it. We haven't been the most gracious of guests. Do convey our apologies to Growingway and the others.
But of course! And when next we welcome more guests from Atheris, we'll have learned to be much more hospitable hosts. Oh, and circling back to the matter of inappropriate secrecy, we ought to discuss our benefactors.
Agreed. The Charlayan Forum, yes?
What? How did you know?
The more I heard, the more obvious it became. The Forum's aims align closely with those of your anonymous patrons. A telling coincidence would be an understatement. Though had we not taken it upon ourselves to peruse certain restricted tones in Labyrinthos, we might still be unaware of their plans. But let us continue this discussion upon our return. I dare say we have kept Alphino and the others waiting long enough.
Alrighty then, I think that concludes the Loporrit arc. Now, pudding might seem like he's obsessed with actual pudding, but in British vernacular, pudding is slang for any dessert. No, I want to talk to Yuri on Jay. Okay, so we're going back to the Tower of Babel. I just want to go ahead and get off the moon so that we're back on the planet. I don't think I got any flying. Yeah, I haven't gotten any flying yet. So I think we can actually get flying in Garlemald now. And we can get flying on the moon now. If we go and do all the side quests and get all the aces. But we won't be able to fly in Thavnair for a little while. And we won't be able to fly in Labyrinthos until level 89 or so. It's not super important. Moon wasn't cold, huh? To Camp Broken Glass, of which we will teleport directly to because I can. And I think I'll call it here because we're about an hour and a half. That's where I said I'd stop. But also because we're gonna, be getting more cutscenes, more cutscenes, and more cutscenes. So I don't want to be trying to rush through them. So anyway, thanks for watching. Stay safe and have a great day. And I'll see you next time.